And a jolly good afternoon to you from a slightly overcast, blustery July afternoon here in Chatham in Kent, more specifically St Mary's Island, or at least I'm just walking off St Mary's Island, a kind of smart residential area that's been built up around the former Chatham dockyards. Just had a little look around the historic dockyards, the museum and all that goes with that. There's a lot of development gone on down here around the former docks. There's now a retail park over there, lots of eating and drinking establishments, cafes, restaurants and outlet stores, etc, etc. So I've had a little look around that. This short video is going to be a walk from here, St Mary's Island in Chatham, to Gillingham, which is about Gillingham railway station is approximately 2 miles away from here. Should take about 40 minutes. This video obviously won't be as long as that, but the walk will be. So I'm going to head off now towards Gillingham and let's just see what we see along the way. Using my Go Jauntly app, which is my go-to app for just random walks here, there and everywhere, rather than just use something like Google Maps, which quite often will just send you the quickest way down busy main roads. If that's the only route, then Go Jauntly will do that too, but if there are some other alternatives that you can take, such as through parks and down country lanes, it will invariably tend to send you in that direction. So hopefully I'll see something other than busy main roads between here and Gillingham, though I'm not holding my breath on that one, but we shall see. Everything is very nautical around here. A lot of the names obviously using naval and nautical terms. Maritime Way we're on at the moment, and as a nod to the history of this part of Kent, which has been very important in years gone by for the defence of this country. The England Coastal Path comes through here and is not always necessarily directly next to the coast, and I would assume that that's because the land right up against the coast in many cases was restricted access due to its military purposes, and has subsequently been sold for private development. So it's one of those cases where coastal paths can't quite stick to the coast. Quite often happens. There's been a number of occasions where certainly in Kent actually, I was walking recently down by between actually I can't remember if it was Broadstairs and Sandwich or Folkestone and Dover, but a similar sort of thing happened where a particular former area that was restricted to the public had been sold off, and the coastal path had to kind of wind its way around that area. It's fairly normal. Obviously this isn't ideal if you come on a coastal path walk to be walking on this busy main road, which is just over there, dips underneath the Medway and is in fact the Medway tunnel. Just walking away from that at the moment. But along here somewhere, the app is diverting me away from this road and sending me hopefully a more pleasurable route towards the centre of Gillingham. Unfortunately, I'm heading up over on this overbridge, away from this busy road. Looking through the University of Kent campus now, or the accommodation part of it. Student halls, that's the word, isn't it? It's all very quiet, of course. They'll have be off on their holidays weeks, if not months ago. So we routed through something called Lower Lines Park. Which should be just up here on the right hand side. Sign there, direction of the railway station, which is kind of where I'm heading. Also mentioning the town centre, Great Lines Heritage Park, Medway Park and the Royal Engineers Museum. But that sign's for, well, it's got a little person walking actually. Sending you that way. Well, I'm being sent this way, so this is why I'm going through the park. Lower Lines Park, apparently. Slightly too much litter here for my liking, but there you go. Why do people throw litter? Oh dear, okay. Well, apparently Admiralty House used to be on that green. There's history all around here. It really is a very historical part of the country. It's really not difficult. Mid-Kent College, Medway campus, just turning onto Mill Road now. Saxon Shore Way. Not quite sure why the app just routed me through a preschool children's playground. Felt a bit weird actually, but never mind. Again, how about using the dustbin? Heading on to Saunders Street now. So interesting properties along here. Small but quite compact and interesting looking. Sort of reminds me of Devon in a way, although the Devon ones do tend to be painted in slightly more bright colours. If you've been to Devon, you'll know what I mean. I presume that's still a pub. The Countryman Cottage. Oh, Countryman Cottages. Beautiful old building. Absolute travesty if it isn't still a pub. I think it's beginning to look like it's a pub that's closed down pub that's now residential accommodation. Well, what a place to live. Very old, very old sign there on the side of a building down there. Presumably it used to be a shop, if it still isn't. Will's Gold Flake. I believe that's tobacco. Something that you don't really see advertised on the side of buildings anymore, or indeed anywhere. Will's Goldflake cigarettes. It's actually cigarettes. Even I am not old enough to remember those particular cigarettes, so that sign must be quite old. And there does still seem to be a store there, so I'm guessing that there's been a store there for a very long time called the Medway. Oh no, Medway Stoves actually. So I'll take that back. It's not. It's a shop, but it's not. It's not what I was thinking actually. Now I can see the sign properly. Medway Stoves. So just turning on to James Street. There we go. Just up to the top of the hill here, and we'll be on the main drag here in Gillingham, the main high street, which will be, as it's now gone 6 o'clock in the evening, a lot of the shops will have shut down for the day, probably until Monday morning. Some will still be open, the pubs and so on, and cafes will still be open, I'm guessing. And then I'll take a left up there and head back to the railway station, where I need to be. So there we go, top of James Street, just coming up to the high street here, and that concludes this walk from St Mary's Island, Chatham, to the high street here in Gillingham. Just take a left turn here, still quite a few shops and things open, and just down the end there, at the very end, is Gillingham railway station. So thanks for watching this quick video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click on the like button. Please subscribe if you want to see some more stuff like this, and videos of places here, there and everywhere around the UK, around Europe and elsewhere. And you can also maybe press on that bell, which I think notifies you if as and when new videos get uploaded, so I'm told anyway. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you again in the next one. Cheers for now. Bye.